Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
My name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are La Lido Loca, and it's Cruise Day Night Live.
Yes, it is Cruise Day.
Cruise Day Night Live. You may have thought that something went wrong. What went wrong is I've had zero sleep, and I forgot to hit the button to turn the camera on. So sorry about that. Welcome to the show, man. And also, I'm a little hot about this Don drama. I don't know what Don needs to save that drama for his mom, but that's what I think needs to happen. But welcome to the show. Look, we're gonna get into this Don thing. We're gonna. I'm hot.
Let's go.
We're gonna get into this Don thing, and then we're gonna answer some of your cruising questions later on. So when it's time to answer the questions, I'll say, hit me with some questions. Type the word question in front of your question. We'll do our best to answer as many as possible. We won't answer everybody. I'll go ahead and pre-answer this question. If we don't answer your question, it's nothing personal. I've had people send me emails like, oh, you know, I don't know why you're against me.
Right.
I don't know everybody's name, so there's nobody I'm against. We're for everybody. But here's the deal. I got up at like 5 this morning. I took my brother to the airport. I got on an airplane. I flew home, that kind of thing. We grabbed some lunch. We were watching the TV, and I saw Don. He said, I think I'm going to disappoint some people next week. It was a real catchy, clicky headline. I like it. That's good work. And I clicked on it, and then all of a sudden, my name and Jenny's name was in his mouth. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, if I'd have been at the Oscars and I could have reached him, I'm just kidding. I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. I wouldn't have smacked Don, but I would have had some harsh words.
No, but we're also the type of people, don't have our names in your mouth.
Don't have your name in my mouth.
Our face. My goodness.
So here's the premise, in case you've missed it. And I want you guys to vote in the poll that's rolling right now. But let me give you the context. So this video says, hey, I'm Don. I'm on a cruise right now. And Tony and Jenny, their group cruise is starting on Sunday. And Tony and Jenny think that I'm going to crash the group cruise. First and foremost, that's not what we think. We never thought that. Mm-mm. But a couple weeks ago, I was talking about Don asking me questions about my cruise, and I thought he was going to jump on it. I was talking about this cruise that we're going on in December. But then this is where it got crazy. That video was like long, like 7 or 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes. It was less than 30 minutes. So I'm watching the video, and the more that he talked about how he couldn't get there, it seemed like he knew the schedule for all the planes. It seemed like he knew all the bus routes. It seemed like he knew if he could get a pedicab somewhere. And the more that he talked about how he couldn't get there, it made me think if it was like that scene in The Princess Bride where the guy switched the poison 4 times and then he ended up poisoning himself. Don has surprised us on some cruises. The very first time we met Don was on the MSC Seaside, and we had no idea. He just surprised us. That was the first time we met. That was pretty awesome. And then we thought that he was going to come on the MSC Divina, but then he like put a smoke screen up, and then we didn't think he was going to come on the Divina, and then all of a sudden we're just chilling in our cabin, and there's a rap on the door,
knock, knock.
And there's Don T. And he surprised us on a Princess cruise. So I don't think Don is... But I want to set the record straight. I didn't really think he would show up on this group cruise because he doesn't ever go on Carnival. Sorry. He doesn't ever go on Carnival. I think he will, though. I think he will. I think he's going to go on Carnival. But he doesn't usually go on Carnival, and he's on this other cruise. I thought he's going to show up on our Princess cruise in a month. But now I'm confused. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he's trying to show up, or do you think he was really saying maybe? And he said other people reached out to him asking about the cruise, so maybe it was a message for those people?
I don't know, because I talked to him about 2 weeks ago on that old telephone, and I forget where you were. But I had talked to him. Was it his birthday recently?
Yeah.
Maybe I called him for his birthday.
Yeah.
But he had said, he goes, Jen, I really tried hard to get on your group cruise. Like, he made it a big deal then, too.
He might be. I don't know. All right.
I don't know. And you know what? If he really does have those plans with his sister, I know his and his sister's relationship, he would not disappoint her.
I think it could be a layer.
But he did call you his brother.
I think it could be a layer on top of layer.
I think so, too.
What are you doing out there, Don? I hope you're having a great cruise, buddy. This is all just for fun. I'm sure there'll be some fake outrage rebuttal. Look, I just noticed, I was going to say that we had 1,061 eyeballs on this live stream, but maybe there's, I think everybody might have 2 eyeballs, most of the people, but there could be some circumstances, so I don't want to be too presumptuous. But let's just assume that maybe there's 2,000 eyeballs on this video and only 406 likes. So please do your part and start hitting the like button. If you're on like a mobile device or something, you don't see the like button, you have to close the live chat, hit the like button. I would love to, if we could get to 1,000 by 9:30, that would be amazing.
So can you be a speed reader and say hello to everybody?
No. I think we stopped saying hello to everybody in 2018.
Where have I been?
You want to talk about a boring live stream? It's like, hello,
everybody.
Bob. Hello, Timmy.
Well, hello there. Cheers.
Hello, Sheila. Hello. 7 hours later. Hello, Zeus. I switched to the other tab because I saw we had some super stickers coming through, super chats. Mad Kappa, Don wins again. Ka 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 ka.
Yeah, because everybody thought that he
froze the live stream.
I
was scared for a second because somebody was saying a Spectrum out. The internet's been acting wacky in this office, but it was completely user error. But I'm a little out of sorts. Sergey Rybalkin, thank you so much for the super chat. Question, anyone in this chat going on the Ovation of the Seas from Sydney, Australia, departing November the 2nd? I'm not.
We are not, unfortunately. But that sounds like a great time.
That's a great question for Sergey. Thank you guys for the super chat. Much appreciated. All right. That's my Don spiel. I put it right at the beginning. It's like a glockenspiel without the mallets. That's my Don spiel. I thought I would put it there in case Don wants to quickly watch it because I know he's on a cruise. What do you guys think? So right now, there's 530 votes, and 61% of you think that Don's pulling the old switcheroony. I'm still not banking on him. I still think I'm going to see Don show up in December. I think that's what it is.
And listen, either one, I mean, it'd be cool if he showed up on the group cruise, but either one, I cannot wait to see him again.
Rebecca Love with my favorite question. How do we afford all these cruises? We work, baby! All you got to do is work, save, budget. And, of course, we made a whole business around travel, so we made our work travel.
Right.
So that makes it a lot easier, too. But, yeah, when travel wasn't our job, like when entertaining people about travel or booking travel wasn't our job, we worked second jobs. So we double hustled so that we could cruise more because we loved it.
It's the old Dave Ramsey.
Live
like no other so you can live like no other.
You know what? Oh gosh, I can't do it. I was gonna say it. I was gonna say a joke, but
don't do it.
I think it would hurt. I think it would hurt your feelings. So,
mine?
Yeah, I think it would hurt your feelings. So
just say it then.
No. I'll tell you what. So last night I had trouble sleeping because the person I was sharing a room with snores pretty heavily. So I'm so excited to be back home, but then I remembered that it's the same situation.
Whatever. Just because you wear a CPAP and you don't snore anymore.
That's right, CPAP, baby. I'm trying to CPAP shame Jenny into wearing her CPAP.
Well, I need the little one like you have.
You can have mine.
The other one is so clunky.
Yeah, that's right. Question from David Villa.
And I would never take yours. You sleep so well with it, finally.
Why do I like Paradise Beach Club better than Mr. Sancho's? How much is the cab fare to those places? I can't remember. There's a set cab fare, and sometimes they change it with the multiples of people. I feel like it's $15 to $20 in some form. But you can get that established with them on the front end. Usually it's on a board outside, depending whether you're leaving from the Carnival port or leaving from the Royal downtown port. Why do I like Paradise Beach Club better? To me, it's less of a party than Sancho. So I think if you want to go and have like a pretty raucous time, Sancho's is for you. Now they get their party on a Paradise. I'm not trying to, but to me it's more party casual, I guess, than Sancho's. Sancho's, all I think about is, being in that pool, drinking Purple Rains, and everybody, getting crazy. So to me, that's a little different.
Yeah. Somebody asked, when Don is with us, do I ever feel like the third wheel? Absolutely not. With those two, I have two good-looking guys on my arm, and Don's just such a gentleman and just such a great friend of both of ours.
We do have a good,
we have a great time. Yeah.
A lot of fun meals and
absolutely.
Sean Barton, what's up, Sean?
Sean and Tanya, we'll see you in a couple of days.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Team Barton. I said, now I'm going to have Barton stuck in my head. No, I've been listening to this audiobook, a biography of Bob Dylan, and it's being read by a guy, and he's pronounced... Of course, whoever wrote the book is using a great vocabulary. I love expanding my vocabulary by reading, or in this case, listening to an audiobook. But he tweaks the words. Like, instead of saying frequency, he says frequency, and it's subtle. But, okay, so that's why I said Team Barton, because now my head's in that space. Team Barton is in the house. So why are we the only ones at the port? It's dark out here. Never mind question. Are you ready to get your butt kicked at pinball? Or pickleball.
Ooh.
I thought I said you'll have to teach me. I only played the one time, but I will try it. I don't know if I should be running around in my size, but I'll give it a shot because I'm stubborn and I'll be laid out.
Well, we'll discuss that because you have one of your tests tomorrow. So we'll discuss it.
Yeah. So the show came out sometime in the 5 o'clock hour tonight because I didn't get off the airplane until 1 or 2. I didn't get to the office until 2 o'clock. So it took the good 3.5 hours to make the show. I'd already pulled the stories in the airport. But then tomorrow's the same deal at 11. I have to go get a heart test. So echocardiogram, whatever that is. But yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow. So late show tomorrow. And I got to sleep in because I need to sleep in.
You do.
Steve McCord.
Not that you're cranky.
Steve McCord, I just bought it outright. I know it's $1,000, but it was well worth it for the travel, just because let's see. Question: going on the Icon in April.
Awesome.
What are your go-to hotels in Miami? The Blue Lagoon area seems to be nice. I think there's a Hampton Inn and a couple others. We've stayed there. I feel like I've stayed at downtown one time, and I can't remember what it was called. They're more expensive, right? So you're going to start paying up when you're staying right near the cruise port near South Beach.
Yeah, and be very careful where you stay, right? Do you remember that one time that we were going to stay with my mother, and then we decided to go to another hotel?
Yeah. It was
Ooh, boy.
sketchy.
That was
Sketchy.
scary.
But I do like we stayed at the Hampton Inn at the Blue Lagoon last year, and then
Yep.
I think we took an Uber or something to the
Yeah, and then
port.
this year we're staying at the 4 Points.
The 4 Point.
By the airport, so we'll see how that is.
There you go. Question for you. How are you feeling? You look marvelous.
Well, thank you. I feel a lot better. I'm starting to believe that maybe that cough that I've been having is from my blood pressure medicine. So
That's right.
we will check that out.
Sergey with another super chat. Thank you. Awesome job on the name pronunciation, Tony. I'll be on the Sydney sailing. That's cool. Yeah, I'm ready to go back to Australia when I can. There's so much of the world I'd like to see, but I only was in Australia. I was in Sydney, Australia for the New Year's Eve and then the time after the cruise. So I never really did any of the other cities in Australia. So I would definitely like to do that. I'd like to get Jenny B over there.
Someday, absolutely.
Stephen Z, that Purple Rain.
Stephen Z.
Sneak up on you. That's a good question from Lali or Layla. I don't know. See, I mispronounced that name. Do you have to reserve your parking at Port of Miami, or do you just show up? You can just show up and park in the garage. It's a little bit of a madhouse over there, and the garages aren't super close, so you're going to want to work a drop-off and then park strategy.
Right.
But be prepared, depending what day of the week it is, how many cruise ships are in. It could be crazy.
Crazy. Patrick has a good question. Can you take distilled water on a cruise for your CPAP? So I just ran into this with Carnival. You now have to order it. They do not allow you to bring it on, and I think they charge you like $3.
A nominal fee. Some of them give it for free.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
I know Princess does do it for free.
That was another I'm not trying to sell ResMed Air Minis or anything, but for me, it's been great for travel. It uses a different system for hydration. You don't have to put any water in it. It uses the moisture in your own breath, which is pretty neat. But you do have to change those filters out pretty frequently.
Yes.
So it's like a sonogram for my heart. So, like, do they use like the same? Is the sonogram the same thing as an ultrasound?
Yeah.
So will they use that wand and the jelly to look at my heart, or is it something different?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
We'll have to watch a YouTube video.
I don't want to watch YouTube bad. I don't need to know that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I can, so I can be the worrywart.
Mad Capper, I heard, I've had more than one person with a BiPAP say that the CPAP would not work. Am I ready for some biscuits and gravy yet? I don't know, Mary. Where's good biscuits and gravy? I do like biscuits and gravy.
Biscuit and gravies are good, but
I know. It's
On Weight Watcher points, it's not so good.
blow the whole Weight Watcher point in one day. Question, is it better to book an excursion in Nassau, such as Blue Lagoon, or just walk or ride to the local beach? I never do much of that in Nassau. I have gone over to... I've never done a beach day in Nassau. Not Nassau. I've gone to Margaritaville, been a little bit to Atlantis. I would probably do like a price comparison on that. What I've found, this is what I've found recently, and I'm not trying to dissuade people from doing cruise ship excursions, but a lot of the times the cruise ship excursions are things that you can do on your own just with a greater cost. But it comes with the guarantee that if for some reason that excursion gets delayed, that they'll make sure that the ship waits for you. So that's the plus to it. But like just one example, when I was in, I think it was in Edinburgh. When I was in Edinburgh in Scotland, one of the parts of my $200 excursion was to go to the National Museum of Scotland. And well, that museum has the cost to get in that museum is $0. And so it's weird, like, when I'm getting free stuff in my $200 excursion. Now, you're paying for the bus ride and all that stuff, but I would do some cost comparison. I think it's probably easy to get to one of those beaches over there. And there's a lot of transportation in that town. So, but it's a great question. Anybody venture out on your own in Nassau? What do you think? I wouldn't rent the scooters, though. James says, do we have a list of our upcoming cruises? It'd be a pleasure to meet you both sometimes. We don't really post them. We've had a couple of experiences where, like, I used to post them, and then somebody said, hey, I booked this cruise because I knew you were going to be on it. When's the meetup? When can we have dinner? When can we hang out? And it's like, yeah, unless it's like some sort of group event, I don't really do a lot of hanging out because I keep to myself most of the time. So anytime I have to hang out, it gets to be pretty uncomfortable. And so I don't want anybody to be disappointed. Like the person that told me that, you could tell that they were disappointed that there wasn't a meet and greet and a dinner time and a hangout for just some cruise that I was just going on randomly. So we tend not to post them too much unless it's a group activity. Of course, this one coming up next week is our last group activity for a while. This is going to be our last Halloween group cruise for sure. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it'll look like. There might not be... It might be 2025 before there's official stuff, but it's not because we don't want to meet and hang out with people. Obviously, if you're on a cruise ship and we're there, please come say hello, and we'll talk, that kind of thing. But it seems like whenever there's a lot of premeditation to it, I ended up with disappointed people when that's never my intention. So we don't want that. We don't want that.
No.
Question.
I want everyone to be happy.
Just Fix Yourself said wine and jelly, 10 minutes. Okay. So that's good. So the appointment's at 11, so maybe I'll be in the office by 1 or 2 tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited about that. Because we have to drive a little bit for that one, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Christina, the early bird got the worm. We did the whole Dawn spiel, so you're going to have to wait for the replay. And you can try to vote in the poll without all the information, but we're trying to figure out whether Don's trying to pull one on us.
Is he coming or not?
Let's see. Looking for questions.
James, good.
Oh, yeah. How's the likes going? I saw somebody say. Oh, 1,500 people. What's going on, everybody? Please hit the like button. I'd love to get to 1,000 likes. We have 7 minutes left to go. Mike and Sonia, thank you so much for the... Well, we'll be here another half hour. Thank you for the super chat. Hello, Tony and Jenny. We sail on the Carnival Breeze on Saturday. Oh, sorry, I got stuck in my head. For our Halloween cruise, Sonia would love if you would sing "Happy" by Pharrell Williams while using the super chat cruising. That's a lot. I'll do cruising though. Cruising. But thank you so kindly for the super chat.
And I'm not the singer.
Yeah, you sing "Happy."
No.
Yeah, 'cause I'm happy. Clap along
I don't even remember how it goes.
I don't know how it goes either. Yeah. But thank you. I hope you guys have a great cruise and a good Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruth said especially telling your room number, which I never told anybody my room number. Like, you had to investigate that film to find my room number. It was like the Zapruder film. They figured out what room I was in. But at the same time, I'm going to take exception to it. I should be able to tell everybody my room number, and anybody that has any common sense isn't just going to show up at somebody's room, right? Unless that seems weird to me.
Well, and a lot of it too. That time it was a lot of you being respectful, not letting a woman in your room. And
So you're saying by letting them in, I was being disrespectful?
no, I mean they barged in. Come on now.
They didn't barge in. Why are you changing the narrative here?
Whatever. You were trying to just be respectful.
I wasn't trying to be respectful. I didn't know what to do.
You're disrespectful to me? Just kidding.
This one over here. Trying to it's like a landmine over here.
Whatever.
Did you change the whole thing in your mind?
No.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to be in trouble after this show. I told exactly the truth, and I told my misgivings and all that. Now I'm going to be in trouble with this one.
No, you're not. Stop it.
What the heck? No, the fun thing for us is we have a rule that what happens on the show stays on the show. So we're not allowed to fight with each other over whatever happens on the show. So
yeah,
I'm scot-free on the snoring comments, in case anybody was worried.
Alrighty then.
You guys hit the 1,000. You guys are the best.
Awesome.
Like,
they're just awesome.
I mean,
Loca fam
I think I
for
said
life.
it last week. Yeah, I would love to take the Loca fam in a street fight against some of these other. There's a lot of overlap, that kind of thing, and you guys would have to draw your own alliances, and maybe we'd lose a few of you to some other people. But hey, that's okay because whoever's going to stand with us is going to stand with us. But I'm pretty sure we could kick some booty when it came to like a street fight between other groups. Like our friend John at the Ship Show, they got some loyal people over there, but I think we could take them down.
I think so.
John, the way that John and
all you would have to do is put,
the reality,
make his grass die.
The reality, though, I would just take his hats off the wall, and then we but then he would take some of my stuff. The reality, this is how it would go. If it was going to be La Lita Loca versus the Ship Show in a street fight, then we would show up, and then we would look tough, and his people would look tough. But the way Johnny and I would settle it, we would settle it two ways. We would have a dance-off in the style of Michael Flatterly, the Lord of the Dance. We would Irish clog for it, or we would fight West Side Story style. I would be, what is it, Sharks and Jets or something? Mm-hmm. And we would do that dance.
Maria.
We would do that dance fighting. And he would do it in a mullet wig, but that's the way it goes.
But he would also have his golf club.
What I'm trying to say is that's the way it goes in the cruising community. Anybody out there create content? If you'd like to put #creator by your name and some spiel as to why people should watch you instead of watching the other person putting creator by that, let's get competitive. If you're a creator, tell people why they should watch you instead of the other person. And you should watch everybody, honestly. But I like a little competitiveness in the chat here. So there you go. James Bell, thank you so much for the super chatte. This is what you get with sleep deprivated Tony. What are your thoughts on the Carnival Conquest taking 5 of my kids in 33 days? We've never been on the Conquest, and I don't have a chart committed in my head to know what type of ship that is. I've enjoyed most of my Carnival cruises. It's good for kids. You'll have fun. But I'll have to throw it over to the squad out there, to the Street Fighters.
Conquest is the same as the Liberty.
Are you going to throw up? I enjoyed the Liberty quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, I think you'll have a good time. Anybody been on the Conquest specifically? Do you love it? Tell James about it. Thank you,
And listen,
James,
your 5 kids, depending on how old they are, they're just going to have a blast. Doesn't even matter.
Michael Wagner wants to know how many people are going on the final group cruise. 2,786. That's my guess. But the way I do it is we take everybody's picture and then we put them in a glass jar, and then I have to guess how many people that is. And I came up with 2,786. I don't know if that's right, but I feel like it's scientific.
Yeah, a little under 200.
Oh, okay. Was there jelly beans or something else in that jar?
Yeah.
Oh, I counted the jelly beans too. Dagnabbit. Question, any experience using Traveluro to book a pre-cruise hotel? I have not used Traveluro.
I have not used them either.
It reminds me of a madrigal I used to sing in high school called Turalura Lura. Turalura Lura, so crowing though there is no
Sing
dawn.
it, baby.
That's back in the day.
Sing the dance then.
Sing the dance then. Okay. Oh, Mary Cottrell's bringing out an iron skillet. You guys are getting into crazy.
Right.
Tony,
Can
are
you cook some cornbread?
CK, Tony said, are you still playing craps or did you move to blackjack? I might be done gambling.
Yeah, I think both of us.
I might be done gambling.
Isn't that scary? I mean, for me, it is a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I play both though. Like the last cruise that I went on that I gambled, I played both. I like both of those games, honestly. I find blackjack to be really fun to play by yourself. So like I'll go to a table with nobody else there, and I like to sit in the corner and just go through the cards. I love it. I like that metronome type, the smack of the cards. I really can zone out and just enjoy killing a couple hours playing blackjack. But then, if you really want to get into some fun, you can stand at the craps table and hoop and holler and all that kind of stuff. So to me, it's like two forms of gambling. But yeah, or if you have a buddy like Brian, the Smoky Traveler, is going to be on the group cruise. We played blackjack before. It's kind of fun to shoot the bull and play blackjack and not pay attention too much. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like do you remember? Were you ever by us last year? Like the whole group that was playing the pigs.
Yeah,
we would have so much fun.
A good time. Never played Pai Gow. I've seen. There's this, I think her name's Anna. She shows up on the cruises every once in a while, or I've seen her in a few places. She plays Pai Gow. Let's see. There was something I wanted to... Vinyl Mine says, do you keep the duck or rehide the duck? I don't even touch the duck.
We don't even touch it.
Unless it's like orange duck in the restaurant, I'll eat the crap out of that. But I think there's duck on one of the shebang, but the rubber ducks, it's neat, like you point it out and, say, hey, look, kid, there's a duck. Hey, there's a duck. But
so this is a good one. SF Love Boat Cruising.
Yeah.
#creator. I always wear a red one-piece bathing suit. There you go.
Do you know what
now
they say?
I want to go look at your video.
We got to see what those thumbnails are like. Are you cacao and getting the thumbnail? Johnson, have I listened to Rolling Stones record Hackney Diamonds? No, I haven't. I'm more of a Beatles guy than the Stones guy. I've probably never given the Stones a fair shake, but I've gone through different epochs in my musical taking on. Somebody said the other day that the older we get, the less we are open to new music. I was listening to podcaster Mark Maron. He was talking about that. But I think the biggest, I spent a lot of time with Leonard Cohen and Bob Dylan probably in my 30s and 40s, but I never got to the Stones. I've been listening to a lot lately is Iron Maiden. I always had friends that were into Iron Maiden when I was in high school, and I never liked it, even though I like heavy metal. But I've given up the Men at Work playlist, and almost every morning when I shower, I listen to Iron Maiden. Never know. Music's amazing. I think it's just amazing.
Warren, you know what? I think it is one of those. I think it is that what I take for my blood pressure. So I will call the doctor tomorrow.
That's right.
Thank you. Yes. Ooh, it's warm in here. Did you put the AC on when we came in or no?
I haven't ran the AC here in 2 weeks.
I think probably because of the
light. Yeah. It's the same coffee I had from the video today. I just re-iced it when I got here. Barbie Baker, how was the Kiss concert? It was really...
You don't have to put it... It's fine.
I'm hot now that you said it. It was... It was really satisfying, right? So I think the last time I saw Kiss was on the farewell tour in 2000, and I saw it with my brother Chris, Retro Sarge. He's in the house tonight. I saw it with him, and it was wild. The show, what was amazing about the show, the things that had changed is it was very highly technically advanced. So they completely leaned into the availability of high-definition screens and animation. It was really good. And then the finale was unlike anything I'd ever seen. I've never seen so much confetti blown. Like, a lot of times you'll see a little confetti blown into an audience from time to time. This was like a full-on minute worth of confetti more than 2 times during the show, maybe even longer than a minute. It was great. If they still, I don't know how many shows they have left. The final show is going to be in New York City in Madison Square Garden. That would be an amazing show to go to, but I know they're going to be in Knoxville. I think after Nashville, they were heading to the West Coast, so there's like a Seattle, maybe a Spokane, something like that. But if you have any interest in Kiss at all, I really don't think they're going to tour again. I've listened to several interviews with them, and they're like 73 years old, and I don't think they're going to tour. So check them out. Check them out.
Someone must have asked if about dealer tipping.
Oh, it's 75 in here.
Ooh, no wonder why I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
It must be hot in Florida. It was hot outside today.
Wee.
It's been cooler here. the way that I tip the dealer, and sometimes it depends. Like if I'm playing blackjack, if I'm playing $15 a hand or something like that, I'll usually just get a stack of ones and I'll tip the dealer $1 every hand. And a lot of times the dealer rack up more money on blackjack than I do. And then when I play craps, sometimes I'll place $1 for the dealer, so throw $6 out there and give them a chance to win on the numbers. Sometimes I'll do a hard way, but very rarely do I straight up toke the dealer, like just give the dealer money. I like everybody to be in it together, and I think the dealers like to gamble also. So I've asked before, like, would you rather me just give you a straight tip, or would you like to be, let gamble? And most of the time they like the gamble aspect of it.
Yeah. So next, what do you think of Paducah? And Melinda, we've been there numerous times because we have children that live up there.
Yeah, I've been going to Paducah for 30 or 40 years, so it's a cool little town. I like the river area. I like the mural on the wall, and that downtown is pretty neat. I went to a new coffee shop there called Etc., and it was nice.
Did they say etc.
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 Etc. What's the official definition for etc.?
Continuation, maybe, or so on and so on and so on.
I don't even know how to spell etc. Okay. Adverb, etc., used at the end of a list to indicate that further similar items are included.
Keeps going and going and
I'll give you an example. Jenny B is so pretty because she's got nice big round eyes and she's got a nice big round
head,
heart, and etc. etc. Nailed it.
You're goofy.
Nailed it.
See, now you're not going to be in trouble afterwards.
That's right. I had to smooth over the rocky road. It's like there was a pothole and they filled it. They finally filled the pothole by the Chick-fil-A, which is very important. Because I would hit it with our car every day just on purpose, on principle.
No wonder why I need an alignment.
I think Kiss is in Spokane. When's the next YouTuber sailing? I don't know. We're not a part of any other YouTuber sailing, so I don't know.
We're gonna be
Stay tuned to all your favorite YouTubers, maybe.
Someone was asking about Galveston. We were out of Galveston 2018, maybe?
2019, maybe?
Oh, yeah, 2019.
Yeah,
you're
2019.
correct. It's lovely. And we're going to be going out there in January.
January. I'm looking so forward to going to
changes.
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless hopefully there's no surgery or anything like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Question from Beverly Judica. Have you heard anything about the new ship Celebrity Ascent? Thinking of booking a cruise on December 2023. I think it's still in that Edge class, right? So I don't think you're going to get much variation. It's just going to be another copy of the very beautiful. There'll be some minor decor changes and stuff like that. Lessons learned changes. But I haven't heard anything crazy about it. What did I hear, though, today that I did not report on? There was a lot of stories out there today. For all the Disney nerds out there, it sounds like the new cruise ship is at the Treasure. That's what you are. Etc. etc. Nailed it.
And so on and so
Treasure's
on.
getting a Haunted Mansion themed restaurant, which Haunted Mansion's a pretty big property for Disney, I think. So that's interesting. Redneck Lover turned 50 yesterday. Happy birthday, man. Cruising on the Valor in May with 4 days of Vegas right after that, all for $5 blackjack. That sounds like a good trip. I would like to go to Vegas and see the Sphere. I would like to fly into Vegas because sometimes if you fly in at the right time, the Sphere looks at you. And then I saw a bunch of social media video of when YouTube played the first concert there. It looks pretty. It's like IMAX on steroids on the inside there.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, happy 50th birthday. That's exciting. 50.
Question, Venezia, have you been on her? Planning to? If so, you have thoughts? No plans. I haven't. I've seen some film of it. It looks pretty interesting. Our friend Mike, the Naughty Cruiser, is in here. I think he's been on in Venezia. I do like sailing out of New York. I think it would be fun. One thing we want to get on the calendar, I want Jenny to go on this New England Canada itinerary. I think she would love it as much as Alaska, like the same way that we like Alaska. I would love to do it on different cruise ships. I think Venezia might be doing some of that next year, so who knows? Maybe we could kill two birds with one stone.
Aw, this is a really nice comment. Linda M. Jenny, I recently met Tony on Don's group cruise. I even got a picture with him, and when I asked for you, his eyes lit up and he said he had just talked to you. He's crazy about you.
That's right. I am crazy.
Linda, how much did he pay you?
Oh, crazy about Jenny. You know, I thought you were just. I thought we were commenting on my. Yes. A question from the Texas girl: would you cruise to Hawaii? If so, on what cruise ship? I don't have a lot of interest in cruising to Hawaii because of the Brady Bunch. I mean, I think I would prefer to do a ship that left California, did like Hawaii, and then the Mexican Riviera. I'd like the variety of that. Plus, Pride of America, I haven't heard a bunch of great stuff about it, right? And that's the ship that just goes around the islands there in Hawaii, the NCL ship.
We could We could leave out of California, do a round trip.
Yeah, that might be
It's like 15 days.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, that's true, Eric. Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada. David James, this is an interesting one. Do you know an experience where a client was glad they bought cruise insurance and when a client didn't and should have?
Where is that at? I'm sorry. Question, can Jamie... yeah, so... This is a good one. Family members were going, parents, and then the daughter and son-in-law. Son-in-law's brother, I think, passed away. Well, the parents weren't going to get insurance. I'm glad that they did, and they were able to get back all of their money because they all just did cancel.
Oh, wow.
And it was after final payment, so...
Yeah.
And I mean, and also, you know, like we had a very close family member, you know, get sick on a ship and did not have insurance.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
like a serious issue.
Yeah, it was very serious. So I would definitely it's minimal. Look at the yearly plans, or just get it through the cruise line.
Yeah, and then I've gotten tons of emails. I mean, I'm not a travel agent, but I've gotten tons of emails with people. I've seen the horror stories, and I've seen some stories of like, yeah, it saved my bacon. And anytime bacon can get saved, I'm
all
for it.
Except for Carnival's bacon.
Gay Johnson says, what is your opinion on dress code snobs? I see posts on Facebook about shorts in the dining room and I always grab my popcorn. This is my opinion on it. I believe that you should follow whatever is laid out. Like, I'm kind of a rules-based person. So if the cruise line says, don't wear shorts in the main dining room, I don't think you should wear shorts in the main dining room. And then I don't like to see people get upset about it. But if you're some person that has read all of the dress codes and all that, and you got your nice suit out, and you thought you were going to go to what seemed like a nice dressed-up restaurant, and there's people running around in flip-flops and shorts, I could see why people could get upset.
Right.
Would I waste my time, like, and energy being upset over something like that? I probably wouldn't, but I just think that, if the cruise line sets up a system for you to have a nice dress place where informal dress isn't part of that process, I think you should follow those rules. Now, the challenge is most cruise lines don't really enforce it.
Right.
And so on the flip side, my thought is if you're not going to enforce something like that, then don't have it at all. So I think the cruise lines actually cause some of the angst by not enforcing whatever policy they think just do away with the policy, right? Because then you're like, well, why are you mad? There's no policy against it, So that's my thought on it. Do you have anything to add?
Nope, I think you hit it all, Anthony.
So just say like, et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Yada, yada, yada.
All right.
I love yada, yada, yada.
Let's see. A question from my mom. Why does it say... It's a time zone difference, Ma. It's 8 o'clock when I'm on at 9 here. We're not in the same time zone. Are you on the Eastern time or...
No, she's an hour
Central.
behind.
You're Central time, I think, Ma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Pretty soon, you'll be doing the live stream with us. I'm just kidding. Nobody comes to my office, Ma. I'm gonna say it publicly. Jenny's barely allowed over here.
I'm barely allowed over here. And I'm usually running around the check.
That's right. Yeah, annual insurance is a good thing if you travel a lot. Do I have any Sixth Man events planned? Since I don't know what that is, no.
We're going to say no.
I don't know what a Sixth Man is. I have to look that up.
6:45 in Seattle.
Out there in Washington.
Oh, Knoxville is Eastern time.
I don't know that mine. We'll have to look at your computer. Or your phone.
Interesting. Do you buy annual insurance? Did you answer that question? Do we buy annual insurance?
We do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Yeah, we bought it once 5 years ago and never looked at it again. You think we're still good?
Nah, annual means for one calendar year.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like to dress up. So like, I did I've taken a suit before.
Yeah, I took a con.
Yeah, so I just skipped formal night in the main dining room.
Except for our group cruises.
Yeah, so here's
Carnival.
the interesting thing about insurance. You kind of have to investigate it and pick what's best for your situation. Our advice is you should have it, but I can't really be your insurance expert kind of thing.
Yeah, we're not insurance agents.
Yeah, because the challenge is, like, take whatever I say with a grain of salt, because I really don't want somebody to sue me because, like, oh, Tony told me I only needed to have bubblegum insurance, and I got the bubblegum insurance, and it didn't cover XYZ. So,
That's right.
Yeah.
So Sixth Man.
So reach out to an insurance professional, I guess.
And you know what? Like Allianz,
They have a lot of good info.
Tin Leg, all of them have 800 numbers that they will be happy to help you. And you just ask them, you know, your questions and what your needs are. So the Sixth Man does the NCL Kiss Cruises.
Oh, okay. So they do the theme cruises.
If they still do it next year, I don't think so.
No, the Kiss Cruise is over.
Yeah.
What else do they do? The only theme cruise that I've never been on a theme cruise. The only one that I have on the books, and I think it's in 2025, is the Comic-Con cruise.
I know, I gotta.
But
put
I don't
that
think
on the
Six
calendar.
Man's doing that. Like, I've never seen an email from them.
No, it's not. Can you remember to remind me to put that on the calendar?
Yeah, I have to dig it out of my email to figure out what date it is. Let's see. Letty T, invited on Carnival Breeze for first ever cruise. Have you been? Good for first time. It's a nice cruise ship. There's a lot of good amenities there, a lot of good included food. I would say the best of Carnival for included food. I'm not a big fan of the layout. Again, I'm very crowd averse, and so they do an interesting thing to sell you more stuff during the busiest times of the night. They pull out all these little stations out into the hall to sell you stuff, and so it just becomes this big choke point of trying to get through people and through salespeople just to get from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. I don't like that aspect of it, but you know, other than that, I think it's a pretty good ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly said that he really liked his your flamingo jacket.
Yep.
I love your flamingo
I like that
suit.
jacket too.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Melinda, question: is there anywhere to look to find out what events are on Royal Caribbean, such as White Party, 70s Party, etc.,
etc.,
etc.? Yes, absolutely. So a lot of good information does come out on Facebook. You know, go to the sailing that is mirrors yours, and then a lot of people put up their, what is it called on Royal?
Yeah,
they'll put up their platter, their planner,
daily thing.
Yeah. But if you just call Royal, they don't know. They're just there for your face.
Robert Werner.
I'm getting tired now too today.
Robert Werner. Yeah, I think they pretty much said they're not doing the Kiss Cruise anymore. Like, this was the last one of those too. Terry Gallant, are the hotels in Dania Beach good for cruises out of? That's where I prefer.
That's where we stay.
Hyatt Place and Hyatt House are right next to each other, and they're in Dania Beach. And then they're right across from some great eateries. I think 2J's is in that shopping.
2J's, nice.
Panda Express, I like.
Nice deli, 2J's. Yeah. And you know what's nice too? On that side, not a lot of people stay on that side, so it's easier when you're.
I think it's less expensive than over on the water side, and I think it's just as easy to get to the cruise port. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have one of my cough drops.
Is insurance only good for cruise? Again, it depends what kind of insurance that you get. You have to decide, some of it will cover everything. I feel like ours covers like airfare. Like I can't remember everything.
Anything that go, even excursions.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you're covering your excursions as well.
Let's see. Question: Have you ever done something while on a cruise that you regretted later? Yeah. Recently, I went on a bus excursion that I regretted the whole day.
As soon as he got on it.
Yeah, I regretted it as soon as I got on it, and then I continued to regret it until I finally purged it from my system by talking about it. I don't know if you guys understand that. Like a lot of times, I'm doing my own therapy when I make some of these videos. Question: When am I going to take Jenny B on Oceania in the Med? We already went. We just didn't really put that out there. I don't want to be the subject matter expert on Oceania. All these people come start asking me about Oceania. We loved it. It was amazing. Really great food. The service was impeccable. Everything was included. And just Santorini in Greece. It's unbelievable. And look, any challenges that Jenny and I had in our relationship after that Oceania cruise to the Med, they evaporated. So look, guys, if you're having trouble with the ladies, there's a couple things that you can do. So I don't know if you guys know the poet Ogden Nash. Very interesting writing style. So I wrote this poem. Might not be appropriate for children, but the poem goes like this. If you want a lady, I'll change it to wife. If you want a wife that will fulfill your bedtime wishes, always take out the trash and do the dishes. So that's one thing. Take out the trash and do the dishes. Works wonders with the ladies. And take them on an Oceania cruise to the Med. That's all I want to say about that.
All right. Well, and I'm gonna add that he's just pulling your leg.
Why you ruin my? I am gonna be mad after that. Why couldn't you just go with that?
Okay, we'll go with it.
That was a lot of work for you to just go, oh, he's just lying.
I didn't say you were lying. I said
he's just pulling your leg.
Oh my goodness, you are overtired.
I had to work up all that energy for that joke.
It was good though.
No, what? You ruined it.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Somebody needs to go to sleep.
I'm not overtired. You're over awake.
Woo-wee.
Question: On a themed cruise, is the whole ship that theme, or is it just a large group booking? It can work both ways. They can charter out a whole cruise, but we were on a cruise for knitters one time, and that was kind of like a group cruise. They had space and seminars and stuff like that.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, but I think it can work both ways. Of course, if you're not on the theme cruise, you won't have access to the theme stuff. So, let's see. Being on a cruise is my bucket list. That's right. Very nice.
Shout out, Luda.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the AI.
Oh, that's right.
It's not working this week?
No. I think you got to move.
Oh, maybe they turned it off.
No, you got to move your... Don't you have to move?
No.
Oh.
That was weird. It worked last week.
Interesting.
We have considered a river cruise. It doesn't seem like the way that we would like to cruise.
No.
I don't think it's the way we'd like to cruise. Yeah, I do need a nap. I've had very little sleep. Question: Have you cruised to Antarctica? Have not. And the one person I watched, Jay from the Ship Life. I'm very entertained when Jay does his vlogging, and he went to Antarctica, or he went I don't know. He went to one Antarctica.
I'm pretty sure that's where it was.
And a lot of stuff kind of almost got canceled, which made me wonder if that's something I would like or not. But I don't know. What is a slot pool? So a slot pool is usually a group organized event where everybody takes $20 and they all pile it into the same slot machine. And maybe it's $5 per spin. So every person sits down and does 4 spins on the slot machine. And then at the end, after everybody's taken their turn, if there's money won, if there's a profit or whatever's left in the machine, you split it up amongst the people. So I've heard of slots that have won a bunch and then slots that didn't win anything.
Did you put a mouse someplace behind us? Oh, okay, yes. No, that's, is that a koala?
Yeah.
I hope she's not really talking about a real mouse.
Nah.
Okay. But that's not new. It's from Australia.
Our friend Ian gave it to us a while ago. Oh, yeah, no, that by the Lido sign, no, that's always there, actually.
Oof. I got scared for a
Oh, you
second.
thought there was a real one?
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, I wonder if
Big guy asked us a question we can't answer. Have we cruised on the Oasis of the Seas?
Oh my goodness. That's where we
really our
fell
favorite
in
cruise ship,
love
honestly.
with the Oasis class.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah, go. It's beautiful. How's Nassau after the rebuild? I did a video on it. It's really nice. I would go. It gives you a reason to get off the ship there, just to check out that area. Trisha Bailey, all the cruises you've taken, which has been my favorite so far? What's normally your answer for this one? Cuba?
Definitely Cuba.
Cuba? I think my cruise to Japan is probably still my favorite.
And I gotta add Alaska in there. When I went to Alaska the first time, right? I remember telling you we are going every year to Alaska.
Yeah.
Love it.
Crazy Cat Traveler, what made us stop doing group cruises? In all honesty, this is the way the group cruises work for me, is you end up with, say we've got 150 people on this next group cruise, there's going to be 150 expectations for what this group cruise should be.
Right.
And there's really no way for me to understand or comprehend or meet all those expectations. And I think there's just got to be a better way. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not somebody who hangs out anyways, right? So I don't think I'm that fun to try to hang out for a week, because it's a lot of work for me to try to hang out. So I feel like people would like to meet us and hang out with us a little bit, and I think maybe a group cruise is too much for that. We've never had anybody. Well, I don't want to say never, but most of the time we've gotten pretty positive feedback on the group cruise. But maybe people wouldn't give negative feedback. I don't know, but yeah, it's a whole lot of. It's very stressful, and I just want to make sure that people have a good time.
Exactly.
And so sometimes it's easier to not do it and than to worry about people having a good time, because I don't want anybody to have a bad time. And hopefully there'll be people that say we always have a good time on the group cruise. But yeah, I hope that makes sense.
That was a great answer, honey. But
Yeah.
you forgot, etc.
Yeah, there was no et cetera on that.
Oh, okay.
I hate the cold. Is it worth trying the Alaska cruise? That's Mike's dream cruise. I didn't think that I would like it. I've gotten sunburnt in Alaska before. Mm-hmm. You can kind of time it where it's not going to be guaranteed hot or cold, but yeah, I've never really gotten that cold in Alaska, honestly.
Well, I mean,
Well, like when I'm on a boat or something and the wind's blowing on me, something like that.
right, but also Alaska, the weather changes very quickly. One week we were out there, and that's when I think you got sunburnt, and then the next week we went on a different cruise, and it was cold.
Cold and rainy.
Yeah.
Do we give out? So on our group cruises, we give what's called a swag bag. So we'd like to give out a folder that's the size of a piece of paper. So you get your little schedule in there. And then I make a custom enamel pin that's different for each group cruise. I've got some custom stickers for this one. We give out travel journals so that people can write down stuff while they're experiencing their cruise. We do stuff like that. It's like for the Halloween cruise, we do trophies for costume parties and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Aw, Margo, you're so sweet.
Yeah, she's saying it's cold right now, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's basically stopped there, right? I guess NCL's probably still doing cruises. Paper City Jeff! What's up, buddy? Thank you so much for the super chat. He's super chatty. Super chatty, yow. But let me say this also. So we have a lot going on, honestly. I got to quit saying honestly, because I feel like when people say honestly, they're lying about something. We have a lot going on in our lives right now. And so one of the things that we wanted to do is slow down things that cause us stress. And the group cruise was a little stressful for us. We want to come up with an experience where we can meet you guys. And, what we found is most of the time people want to say hello. They want to take a picture.
Right.
And they want to hang out, like maybe a 5-minute hang. And it seems like, I would say if you're looking at the 80-20 rule, that's what 80% of the people want. 20% of the people want to sleep in your cabin, right? Or maybe 2% of those people. So it's it's in that thing, right? And so you manage exceptions, right? So you want to build a process that is good for the 80% and good for us also. So I think like long term, we would love to have some way to do like a meet and greet where people could get their picture and people could hang out wherever they want to hang out. And at the end of the day, like we're not like aspiring for fame or to be celebrities or anything like that. But in some circumstances, that's the way we get treated, right? And so we want to make sure that in those circumstances where that's the way we're being treated, that our own personal feelings are good, but we also want to make sure that we can engage with people in a way that's meaningful to them. And so we're just trying to figure that out, I guess. But at this point, after 6 years of doing all these cruises, we thought it'd be a good time to take a break too. So, there's a lot. It's a lot to do all of this, and I could talk for hours about some of the thought process.
It is, but for right now, we'll just crash other people's group cruises.
That's right.
Those are fun, because then we can actually, we cruise and we can sit and talk and just cruise together, which is nice.
All right. Oh, it's 10 o'clock already. Yeah,
oh, wow.
I tell you, Marlene, that meet and greet at Port Canaveral was very significant. It's something that we look back on as kind of a foundational thing for maybe something that we do in the future.
Which is so crazy because I just have to show this to you real quick. Mickey. So we will see Mickey on, and that's what he sent me the other day.
Yeah.
He's like, look at Tony. That was the best time ever. Yeah. Marlene, I hope you're doing good, honey.
Yeah, I think I would feel weird charging people for photos. I don't know. Mm-mm. Yeah, like Pete Rose, I think if you got to get a photo. Well, when I went to that Comic-Con, like to see Pauly Shore, you had to pay money or to get a picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Wendy Johnson, the slumber party for the 20%. All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for hitting that like button. If you are not subscribed, so if you want to know the beef with Don, I personally think I'll close out with this. I personally think that video was I think he's trying to cover his tracks.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of work for him. Honestly, again, I never considered him even coming on this group cruise. I really think that he's going to crash the December Princess cruise. Now that I've said all this out loud, he could completely change course to throw off future gamesmanship here. But I do feel like that video today was a cover up for what may be an attempt to make it to the group cruise. I hope he shows up. Of course, this is all fun and games. We love Don to come whenever he wants to. And then, of course, if he can't, obviously no hard feelings and no disappointment on our part because we understand the life that he lives and he understands the life that we live. So I would never be disappointed with him because of his schedule. And
no, December's not a group cruise. It's a family cruise, right? With my brother, nephew, and one of my lifelong friends.
Right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. I thought you said it was a group cruise.
No, I said I didn't think you would be trying to get on this group cruise.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
I wasn't following you.
Okay. All right.
But I think that's the one he's going to crash was December.
Yeah.
With Jenny's family and friends, with the brother and lifelong friend. Man, you're a little salty this week.
No, I'm not, baby. I think you're just overtired. I think it's time to go.
Yeah. That's not nice to just start calling me overtired, really. What kind of games are... I think Jenny and Don I think Jenny's like this to throw me off. Maybe she got a secret plan.
Never know.
All right, guys. Next week we'll be on the Carnival Celebration, living it up for Halloween, enjoying time with the Loca fam. Probably won't be a live show, but we'll be back the week after that. And tomorrow's news show will probably be in the afternoon, evening again, because I got to go to the dock tour. And other than that, I think everything's going good.
Yeah, everything is great.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
Do you know what it was? It was Tuesday Night Live. Cruise Night Live.
Cruise Night Live.
My name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
We are La Lido Loca. And until the next time.
We'll see you on the Lido.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.